Hi folks, Dan Dale here, Old South Sales, where we sell diesel trucks of all shape, form, and description. Today we've got a pretty cool truck, one you don't really see every day. It's an 04 F350 XLT four-wheel drive. Runs good. It's a southern truck, no rust. I'm going to take you on a little walk around of it, and then we'll go on a test drive. It has a 6-liter Power Stroke diesel. It has been deleted, so no 6.0 issues to worry about. It's got a 6-inch, maybe 4 to 6 inch lift. I'll show you when we get around to it. Windshield's good. Headlights, turn signals are perfect. We hadn't had to do much anything to it. Let me just walk around it with you. You can see the headlights, signals crystal clear. Got the tow hooks, the front valence, and even the lower valence. Usually the lower valence is missing. Alloy wheels, dual front shocks, super lift front shocks. This first truck we've ever had that had the dual front shock set up. You can see they look pretty fresh. Later model Nerf bars make it a lot easier to hop in and out of this truck. You can see the seats are in great shape, not ripped or torn. Headliner's not sagging. Steering wheel's perfect. You can look in the door jambs. This truck is just how we got it in. So a little dirty, nothing too major. Looking at all the jams here. We'll show you the back. You can see down in here, no rust on the bottom of the doors. Flip this back up. Cup holders, floor mats, not hiding anything except a socket wrench. Got one little spot on this seat I'm gonna go ahead and nitpick, but other than that, that's about it for the nitpicking. You can look in here and see no signs of paint work. We did put the smoke side deals on it. It's got the extra leaf for the tow package. You can see the rear shocks looking good. It does have a turnover ball in the bed. Now you can see we just got done rinsing it off, so still a little dirty in the bed, not too bad, but got this big heavy duty rear bumper. I don't know who made this thing, but it is a big heavy bumper. LED tail light, somebody already upgraded that. You can see the smoke turn signals again, or running lights I should say. Extra leaf on both sides. Show you around in here. Look in the jams. Clean truck. Nice seats. Doors are good. They're rust free. It's got the heated tow mirrors. You can pull them out, push them back in, dash it and peeling or cracked. The glove box is clean. Actually has power seats on both sides. That's kind of unusual on an XLT, but that's how this one is. See the upgraded tow mirrors again. No rust on the bottom of the doors. A little dirty, but no rust. Look up front on this other side too. You can see the super lift shocks looking good. Wheels got a few little scratches, nothing major. Good tread. If you have any questions about this truck, call me. My number is 601-376-9869. Want to make an offer, any of that, just give me a call. But now I'm going to show you a couple things under the hood, and then we're going to hit the road in it. Okay, before we get going on test drive, just want to show you a couple things under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how this truck came in. So you can see, got a little dust and dirt on it, nothing major. Hasn't been out spending its life in mud holes and stuff, because when they do, all this bare aluminum gets a brown patina that you cannot clean off. Alternator looks to have been replaced, got the cold air intake pipe. Main thing I want to show you though is, you see, take the cap off, not even a wisp of smoke, although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. I don't even see any smoke on this, but the main thing is, set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. If the cap blows off, that means you have blow-by. Blow-by is engine compression getting past the piston rings and into the crankcase. Not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but it's a sign of wear that's not present on this truck. So anyway, now we'll hop in and take it for a spin. Okay, now we're in the truck. Just want to show you a couple things before we get going. It's got the electronic shift 4-wheel drive. You see the 4x4 light come on, go off. Trailer brake controller, don't know anything about it. It does have power pedals, does have ice cold air, AM FM stereo with CD and cassette, automatic headlights, fog lights, I think those are, no, that's automatic headlights, power mirrors, tilt, cruise, all the good stuff. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the very worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may come out a little shaky, rest assured this truck has a great ride and drive. And when I say it has a great ride and drive, I mean it has a great ride and drive for a 2004 F350 4-wheel drive dually. Now, does it have a great ride and drive for a Cadillac CT6? No, it does not. So, you know, you have to temper your expectations with reality. It drives good for a 4-wheel drive dually. But one thing you can take away from all these potholes and bumps and stuff I'm hitting is that this truck does not have squeaks and rattles. There's no thunks or bangs coming from the front end. None of that. I mean, yeah, it's got 269,000, but it doesn't look like it, doesn't run like it, doesn't drive like it. It shifts out. I mean, if we said 169 or even less, 130 or whatever, you believe us. It's a clean truck. It's not a perfect truck. I mean, there's some rock pecks here and there that have been touched up, but there's no major dents or, you know, nothing serious on it. Like I said, the windshield, no cracks, not even any rock pecks, and we didn't replace the windshield, so that's pretty unusual for us to get a Ford truck with a good windshield for some reason, but this one does. It has a good windshield. I just set the cruise on it. The little green cruise light came on. Cruise working like it should. I don't know of anything on this truck that doesn't work like it should. Now, it's missing a little trim piece on the end of the shifter, but the actual button's still there. You know, if you want to go into, I think it turns the overdrive off or tow mode, one or the other. They kind of vary from year to year what that button does. But if you want to fly in, drive this truck home, you can. I would not hesitate to hop in it and go pretty much anywhere. It cranks right up, hot or cold, and whether you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a Power Stroke crank cold, because if it's going to act up, that's when it's going to do it, and it may run perfect. So beware of any dealer that you show up to look at the truck and it's already hot, because especially if they knew you were coming, because that means they might have got out and warmed it up first, and it may be running perfect. The next morning you go to crank it and it runs like a three-legged dog until it warms up again. But this one runs good hot or cold, doesn't pull to the left or right, doesn't vibrate or pull when you hit the brakes. It has the 410 limited slip gearing, so you have real four-wheel drive, or I guess in this case six-wheel drive. It's not just two in the front and four in the back pulling, but limited slip. Don't buy a truck without limited slip, because the first time you get stuck, you'll understand. But if you want to fly into Jackson International, like I said, we'll pick you up. bring you back here to our place in South Jackson. We'll do all the paperwork and feedback and everything, let you get on the road. But we also understand most of our customers are from the Northeast or the Midwest and may not have time to spend several days driving or flying down then driving home. So if that's the case with you, don't let the idea of having to deal with shipping scare you off from being interested in the truck. And don't let the prices you may find online scare you off either, because depending on how much of a hurry you're in, we can save you as much as half off. The reason for that is most of these guys you see online aren't actual shippers. They don't have a fleet of trucks out on the road. They're just brokers. And they'll charge you hundreds of dollars up front, and they call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for arranging transportation. And they all get on this website that's not open to the public that costs $2 or $3 grand a year to be on, called Central Dispatch. Well, we spent the money to be on Central Dispatch, so basically we can offer our customers wholesale rates on shipping. Accidentally hit a button there. Anyway, we spent the money to be on Central Dispatch, so we can offer our customers wholesale rates on shipping. So if you're interested, shoot me a text, 601-376-9869 with your zip code and which vehicle you're interested in, and I will get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. So and if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, then we can get you a real good deal on shipping. So if you're interested, like I said, shoot me a text or an email with your zip code. I can get you a good ballpark figure. And we don't charge a markup or anything. Basically the way it works is you pay us for the truck only, either FedEx us a cashier's check or do a bank wire. We send you the title and the paperwork. We post it for shipping. Then we just sit back and wait for a transporter to contact us. They can call it, and we make all the arrangements. When they drop the truck off, you just hand them cash for the shipping and you're all set. So anyway, if you have any questions about that, call me. Like I said, 601-376-9869. And if you're not in a hurry, the website gives us kind of an average price, and that's why we say ballpark figure. But if you're not in a hurry, we'll post it for less. If you're in a hurry, we'll post it for more. Average is 3 to 5 days, but we've sent hundreds and hundreds all over the place with no issues. So like I said earlier too, EGR coolers deleted. That's the weak spot on these trucks. Once you get rid of that, and then you're good to go. The only other thing you got to do, well, two things. You got to keep it serviced. You got to change the oil every 5,000. Fuel filters every other oil change. You got to use Ford filters. Aftermarket filters don't fit right. They don't filter. You got to use Ford filters. If you do that and you don't put a big tune on it over like 80 or 100 horse, these trucks can run forever. But if you don't service it, or you put a goofy, a crazy tune on it, then you're risking injector problems, blowing the head gaskets, all of that. That's why people want to stud them or bulletproof them. That's putting studs in place of the factory head bolts. But if you deleted the EGR cooler, you've removed the major cause of head gasket issues. And if you don't go crazy with a big tune on it, then you've removed the other cause. So, the EGR cooler's already done, so all you got to do is not go crazy with a tuner, and you'll be fine. If you have any questions about that, just call me. There's a lot I can tell you about them, but it's easier to just call me than put it in this video. Last thing I want to show you is the dash. Now you can see the little gear indicator, the little cable's broke, so you just have to put it in gear by feel. A new one's like $50. If you really want that fixed, we can talk about it as part of the price. Other thing I want to show you, can see we've been driving a while, no engine light, no airbag light, no service lights, any of that. Now there's one light, the ABS light does not come on when you turn the key on, so that's the only thing on this truck I can nitpick. Doesn't come on, doesn't go off, so who knows. But airbag, engine light, those brake light, those all come on, go off just like they should. And you know, I like to show the dash after we've been driving a while, because it's easy to hook your scan tool up and kill a service light, take a picture and say, oh look, no lights. But if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then as soon as you go to driving, that light's going to come right back on. So that's why I like to show the light, show the dash after you've been driving, see for yourself, no lights lit. So beyond that, if you have any questions, give me a call. Want to know what it takes to buy it, want to know about the leaks, EGR coolers, bulletproofing, any of that mess, give me a call, 601-376-9869. Appreciate you watching the video. Look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.